No.
because I know I've been in the industry almost 30 years. I've been around Don Diva when you was doing it. Me and you did the Snoop Dogg campaign. I
Show
don't
enough.
know nobody else with the Don Diva outside of until after Kevin came home. Prior to Kevin coming home, you was Don Diva. Period.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Tiffany.
I was Don Diva. I created the name. I'm the one who created the name Don Diva. Period. Right? And like I said, and I've said this before, when Don Diva came about, there was no plan on making a magazine. None. Don Diva was the name of an entertainment company. That's why the original logo says Don Diva Entertainment. Don Diva Entertainment. And had a half of a CD for the first D and a half of a film reel for the second D. Now, if it says Don Diva Entertainment and it has half a film reel and half a CD, where does magazine come in? Magazine comes in when we put out this basically a flyer, a fucking promo, and the promo it was called Reflections. And you can see me, right?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, you good, you clear.
Tell people 1 second. I'm gonna grab this shit. The original shit that people thought was a magazine, bro. They thought it was a magazine, and they just started asking me 40. You know 40, right?
What 40?
From Harlem?
No.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, 40, this is family. Like I've known 40. I know 40 for 40 fucking years at this point, right? And one day it was like maybe 10 days after we dropped this promo, the reflection shit I'm about to show you. Mm-hmm. And I was in this bodega that used to be on the corner. It's a Bank of America now, but it used to be on the corner of 145th and 8th Avenue on the southwest corner. And I was in there, and 40 came in, and he said, "Yo, Bob," call me my street name because he's known me for fucking 40 years. He says, "Yo, Bob, yo, man, I like that magazine, man. When y'all gonna do another copy of that magazine?" I'm like, "What magazine you talking about?" He said, "You know, the Don Diva magazine." That was the first time I ever heard the words Don Diva and magazine put together, and it was 40 who said it to me. And until he said that, I had no idea of doing that. Neither did Tiffany. Neither did Kevin. Kevin was in jail. I was on the street, and Tiffany was in the office. And the combination of that, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a certified street nigga, period. Anywhere a nigga go and they ask about me, you're going to get nothing but 1,000% motherfucking regard. Any human being who's ever come into contact with me on whatever side, I'm going to tell you, he's exactly who the fuck he appears to be, who he says he is, right? So I'm in the street on the reputation of having been in the street strong 20 years. I got in the street in 1980, not in the 1980s. In 1980. So I'm on the street with that reputation behind me. Kevin is in prison with his reputation of being a good dude who looked out for people and helped people and stuff like that, right? And stood up and handled what he had, what fell in his lap, right? So he's got reputation in there with the people who are also in that system, and he can say, "Yo, my people are not on some exploitation shit. They are." If a motherfucker didn't know me, he could tell him, "Yo, that he's the real shit, not some journalist motherfucker who's trying to exploit our hardships." Right. So we had a bona fide motherfucker in there. A bona fide motherfucker out on these streets. And then we had Tiffany in the office, and she had the acumen. She knew how to run an office. She had corporate experience. That trifecta was what made us so effective, because we had representation in the prison that had regard. We had representation on the street that had regard, and we had somebody in the office that could make sense of it. We couldn't have planned this shit. The shit came together naturally, but there was no plan to make no motherfucking magazine. None whatsoever, bro. None whatsoever.